Psalms chapter 55, verse 1 to 23. தேவனே, என் ஜெபத்தை கேட்டருளும், என் விண்ணப்பத்திற்கு மறந்திராதையும். To the chief musicians of the Neogenate musicals, Psalms of the David, give ear my prayer, O God, and hate not thyself from my supplication. Verse 2. எனக்கு செவி கொடுத்து உத்தரவு அருளிச் செய்யும். சத்ருவினுடைய கூக்குரல் நிமித்தம் துன்மார்க்கர்கள் செய்யும் இடுக்கத்தின் நிமித்தம் என் தியானத்திலே முறையிடுகிறேன். Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise. வசனம் 3. அவர்கள் என்மேல் பழி சாட்டி குரோதம் கொண்டு என் பகைஞர்களை பகைக்கிறார்கள். Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppressions of the wicked, for they and cursed and iniquity upon me, and inward they hate me. வசனம் 4. என் இருதயம் எனக்குள்ளே வியாகுலம் படுகிறது, மரணத்தில் என்மேல் விழுந்தது. மரணத்தில் என்மேல் விழுந்தது. My heart is unscure, pained within me, and the stars of death are fallen upon me. வசனம் 5. பயமும் நடுக்கமும் என்னை பிடித்தது, அருக்களிப்பு என்னை மூடிற்று. Fearfulness and trembling are come up me, and horror, hate and overwhelm me. வசனம் 6. அப்பொழுது நான் எனக்கு புறாவைப் போல் சிறகுகள் இருந்தால் நான் பறந்து போய் இளைப்பாறுவேன். And I said, oh, that an hidden wings lay down, for then and world and fly away, and be had rest. வசனம் 7. நான் தூரத்திலே அலைந்து திரிந்து வானதரத்தில் தங்கியிருப்பேன். சேலா. Lo, then world I wandered free of, and remain in the wilderness. சேலா. வசனம் 8. பெருங்காற்றுக்கு புதல்களுக்கும் தப்ப தீவிரித்துக் கொள்வேன் என்றான். I whirled and asked and me and escaped from this wind day, storm and tempest. வசனம் 9. ஆண்டவரே அவர்களை அழித்து அவர்கள் பாஷையை பிரிந்து போக பண்ணும். கொடுமையும் சண்டையும் நகரத்திலே கண்டேன். Destroy, O Lord, and divide their strength, for I have the sea wilderness and strips in the city. வசனம் 10. அவைகள் இரவும் பகலும் அதன் மதில்களின் மேல் சுற்றி திரிகிறது, அக்கிரமமும் வியாதையும் அதன் நடுவில் இருக்கிறது. Day and night they go and about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. வசனம் 11. கேடுபாடுகள் அதன் நடுவிலே இருக்கிறது, கொடுமையும் கபடும் அதன் வீதியை விட்டு வழி விலகி போகிறதில்லை. The wickedness is in the midst and thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. வசனம் 12. என்னை நிந்தித்தவன் சத்ரு அல்ல, அப்படி இருந்தால் சகிப்பேன். எனக்கு விரோதமாய் பெருமை பாராட்டினவன் என் பகைஞன் அல்ல, அப்படி இருந்தால் அவனுக்கு மறைந்திருப்பேன். For it was and not a enemy that and reproached me, that I could have borne it. Natural was it be he that hated me, that did and make magnify himself against me. Then I will and I have hid myself from him. வசனம் 13. எனக்கு சமான மனுஷன் என் வழிகாட்டியும் என் தோழனுமாகிய நீயே அவன். But it was and though a man many equal me, my guide, and many acquaintance. வசனம் 14. நாம் ஒருமித்து இன்பமான ஆலோசனை பண்ணி கூட்டத்துடனே தேவாலயத்திற்கு போனோம். We took and sweet and counsel together and wicked unto this house of God in company. வசனம் 15. மரணம் அவர்களை தொடர்ந்தது. பிடிப்பதற்காக அவர்கள் உயிருடனே பாதாளத்தில் இறங்குவார்களாக. அவர்கள் வாசஸ்தலங்களும் அவர்கள் உள்ளத்தில் பொல்லாங்கும் இருக்கிறது. Let death seize upon them, and let them go down and quick into hell. For wickedness is in there and dwelling, and among them. வசனம் 16. நானே தேவனை நோக்கி கூப்பிடுவேன், கர்த்தர் என்னை ரட்சிப்பார். As for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord shall answer me. வசனம் 17. அந்த சந்ததி மத்தியான வேளைகளிலும் நான் தியானம் பண்ணி முறையிடுவேன். அவர் என் சத்தத்தை கேட்பார். Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry out loud, and he shall hear my voice. வசனம் 18. திரளான கூட்டமாய் கூடி என்னுடனே எதிர்த்தார்கள். அவரை எனக்கு நேரிட்டும் யாரை நீக்கி என் ஆத்துமாவை சமாதானத்துடனே மீட்டுவார். He hate and deliver me surely in peace from this battle that was an against me, for there and were many with me. வசனம் 19. ஆதி முதலா வீட்டிருக்கிற தேவன் கேட்டு அவர்களுக்கு பதிலளிப்பார். அவர்களுக்கு மறுத்தல் நேரிடத்தினால் அவர்கள் தேவனுக்கு பயப்படாமற்று போகிறார்கள். சேலா. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abandoned the old Shelah, because they have no change, therefore and they fear not God. வசனம் 20. அவன் தன்னுடனே சமாதானமாய் இருந்தவர்களுக்கும் விரோதமாய் தன் கையை நீட்டி தன் உடன்படிக்கையை மீறி நடந்தான். He hate and put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hate and broke his covenant. வசனம் 21. அவன் வாயின் சொற்கள் வெண்ணெய் போல மெதுவானவைகள், அவன் இருதயமோ யுத்தம். அவன் வார்த்தைகள் எண்ணெயிலும் மருதமானவைகள், ஆனாலும் அவைகள் உருவின பட்டயங்கள். The words of his mouth were and smoother than butter, but were and was and is and heard his words were and softer than oil, yet were and any drawn swords. வசனம் 22. கர்த்தர் மேல் உன் பாரத்தை வைத்துவிடு, அவர் உன்னை ஆதரிப்பார். நீதிமானை ஒருபோதும் தள்ளிவிடார். Cast and they and burden upon this Lord, and the shall and sustain thee. He shall and never suffer thee righteousness to thee be moved. வசனம் 23. தேவன் நீர் அவர்களை அழிவின் குழியில் இறங்கி பண்ணினீர். இரத்த பிரியரும் சூதுள்ள மனுஷரும் தங்கள் நாட்களை பதிவுவரைகளாயிலும் பிழைத்து இருக்க மாட்டார்கள். நானே உம்மை நம்பியிருக்கிறேன். But thou, O God, shalt and bringing them and down into the pit of the destruction, bloody and the deceitful man, and shall not live out all from there and days. But I will trust in thee. இந்த புக்கு படிக்க போகிறோம். அதுவும் கடைசி சாப்டர். 123ஆம் பக்கம். Making wondrous sets. Response. Chapter 9. Responsive. Will your the library's home page is an cretinely responsive. The home page isn't necessarily the library websites. Been in this sense, your library sets properly consist of the half of the done are the more wonders and sets, and that is work in tandem with you. Homepage to the make these libraries online presence fanatical and useful for you. Protons when conversing such a hit pages have the different set to the and feed look and feel. So many need to go and to got set and design process, and each and every tool interpretingly since they and really share code as structures by do the give up hope. Many wonders are moving to the responsive design for the some reasons I outlined in the chapter. Some are first, some are in the encryption responsive design libraries like an tutors and bootstrap, which allows them and to get up and running with a responsive sheets and quickly and easily from those and vendors that haven't moved to a vendors give you a lot of the flexibility in the customizing to the interface yourself, but other don't. In these and chapters I show you to the different vendors interface that I listening should be and responsive and more user friendly. One made if the fairly easy for me, and another in more restricts measures. Planning to make a vendor seats and responsive before you make any progress converting a vendor seats to this responsive design. You need to can now if it is and possible to make the kinds of the changing you need to make. You need to ask the following. Page 124. Don't these vendors have mobile sites that patrons had automatically redirect to and mobile device? Can you customize the CSS or the HTML of these seats? Can you the customize everything's and the seats are just and the templates that and sure around this connect the vendors leads. Can you add an JavaScript to this the page? Is the vendors using any the frameworks like jQuery that you can take the advantage of? These the questions will and help you and understand the script's scope after what is possible to change. One you are the vendor seat for the instruction. If the preference of the mobile device are the direct to a mobile seats and people and the mobile and devices are when they see you the work and they get the mobile seats and instruct. If you can and customize to the CSS but you can customize this HTML, then you can always lead your own CSS page after this vendor CSS within the like link element and override it is stale status of scores and this and pretend will. Links elements and the overrides it is stale of the scores that is pretends will be and downloading debo double the CSS but these improvements you can give them and make it root will. Next if you can the customize this HTML or the CS sometimes you can add in some JavaScripts that can do the heavy lifting for you for the instance series serialist solution some 1.0 design the hello libraries to the customize this interface of the discovery tool had all the but it those and all the libraries to the head and customs link to the top ne- navi- navigation div pot Potteran have this university have the head of software was and first and the notes that you cloud also include script tag in this field and JavaScript and world and be proceed. He and I went and to the create a number of the modification, some all by leaving JavaScript to handle instruction, the HTML and CSS changing we need. The second things you need to access it what excellent you need to the change. Now many different law layouts those and these vendors seats and have and before instructions are get law as and different root results template different depending and the water yep pattern those and the cartilage catalog catalog such are the till and such how many different templates how will you need to the customize how will interaction will with this and wonder set and changing depending and the device size and the input type if the tool relies heavily and text input how will at affect buttons within screen smartphones what accommodations to the layout or the interaction need to be and made how will the vendors connect respond at a different screen size how will navigation, negative, negative and navigation, navigation, changing and smaller screen and larger screen that you need last last you need to the way he changing you need and to make against what is touch musical possible if you real feel and that and change to the seats instruction have the necessary page number 125 but you don't have the ability to that add and javascript to the vendor's seat then there is much you can do. This is also a good time to wake your the own technical abilities against this task you have and before you if you don't have and the skill you are the need to make changing to the library world and is full and small of the smart up flock who love to the share there's even even good and change that and someone is as and this sum is within that and vendor product and many have the already written a box for it template and the proton libraries before you and div in there is a no and simple tool you are the should consider to the help and simply you are the rejection of all your library sets patron libraries symbol simply a set of the design patterns that until and you have the difference part of your seats as well and look and act and regular leaders as what and system they and are in a pattern library let's make yours that and every times you have an creation Hillman and hue seats its locks and above be have see the sum it make it an easy to change the look and feel of many system by the standardizing the way you write css and will and creating a pattern pattern library and take some time upfront you will and save times and down the line when you and don't have to the right new style for your new seats pattern libraries give you and constraints as that and device receives set of vendor of tool your work with daily inspired by the Milcham this invoiced emails marketing company I built a pattern library for the GVS view libraries figures 9.1 you patterns libraries is an inches HTML document that let and use for how we share verse design pattern and make it easy to get markup markup and css we need to add it to the new project as a show you and following example refer show me pattern library to the understand and now I keep your responsive grades difference kinds of the negative associations list and the data table considered as its sets. Example: Achilles system lay interlibraries loans and system and errors the close and receive system. At the GVSU, we use an both and late and interlibrary interpro interlibrary learn ILL rise errors cross and receive software from an Charles system which can make it is easy for the students and the factuality to man. Use all of there and receive an ILL request. Both and system offer your ride and regain. Websites customize an option mostly throughout customizable HTML and templates, SS and special tokens that and how the phrase it to the instruct data from the table base database the customization rise Fuge 91 Fuge 9 Fuge 9.1 Fuge 9.2 Fuge 9.1 your patrons libraries make it is easy to keep the constituents look and feel and erase all this your service here you are the buttons our websites whence you too can know about arise opportunities options are nice because the difficult interface leaves a bit to be and disgraced figure 9.2 lay isn't much better one of these first and recruitment I had and busy removing the atlas branding was to the make sure the sets were and responsive despite hearing countless times hit no one word and every use and ILL are the cause and reserve and there and phone I remember folk that responsive and design isn't just an about different device it is about the making sure and that we are providing as is true the need one at the everyone who need and to use the service it is easily customizable HTML templates I was unable to this transform the default seats and to the other existing library seats and example in afternoon Frigid 3.9.3 but both the rise and lay B and default display most of their data table which and don't always rises nicely for the similar viewports in this default whereas of the late even these forms were and replied in this table but thankfully even triggered select it late list and were and generator by and layered and taken this rest of the from was and just an straightforward HTML so I did some analysis from the range size of entrance to the sea and how wide the input field and should be anchored with a few patterns about how they and feel out these frames. I was then able to build and more the compact from figure 9.3 LED isn't quickly looking like the rest of the your the library websites. Page 128, Fusion 9.4. Your firm is designing to the work patterns, such and these requests rather rather than overwhelm them with field. Using your CSS grade system which and walk and use a trigger touch these and request in the order they unexpected. This data do appear page 9.4. The grade for the request of the build and the nested div as with a few and clauses applied. Once you the incorrect weight supply for the under product your one column column supply for 25 bracket your four columns and one to the incorrect flat directions and larger whiteboards irrigate your the left and one to the indicate water what the heat as a can or not and until this simplified makeup for this from my help listeners how it work. Page number 129. The benefits of the building is an flexible grid. Isn't that is used the sum class and all the project so creating a grade is second nature to me and because I build the grade to respect the